please continue this series. Thank you, Ginger, for the support and sharing that the video that I posted was valuable to you. This video is going to be about women-centered fantasies, when they started for me, how they evolved over the years, and when I had my spiritual awakening and my sexual awakening, that's when I was able to put everything together. And I felt dumb. I felt like, Latoya, like, how did you not know this? How did you not put this together? So the very first time that I had a woman-centered fantasy was when I was in my 20s, and my early 20s actually, and I had gotten drunk, which is a pretty typical moment when people are open and flowy with their sexuality, their true sexuality, might I say. And I had went out with a friend, and there was a ginger, beautiful long-haired ginger lady, and she was dancing in front of me, and she was a friend of a friend. And I was tipsy, and I remember looking at her and just thinking, oh my gosh, she's so beautiful. And I just wanted to grab her and like kiss her, you know? And I knew I couldn't do it. Like, I was drunk, but I wasn't drunk enough to like do anything crazy. But I just remember just like looking at her, and she was like dancing in front of me. And I was just like, I got a thing for gingers. I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, that right there, I love gingers. And she wasn't the first ginger. Like, in my 20s, man, I had a thing for gingers. I worked with this girl. She was a ginger. Worked in this clothing store, and she just had the perfect body. And she wore a size 10. And I remember like always like looking at her body and thinking like how beautiful she was. And she was just beautiful. And I remembered her pant size. Like, I know, is that kind of crazy or creepy or whatever? I was like, oh, she's a size 10 and she's perfect. You know what I mean? Well, anyway, moving on. Got older, in my 30s. I would always ask for a woman to be brought into the bedroom whenever I was dating and in a committed relationship with a man. I felt like it was just this innocent, heterosexual way of expressing and being more intimate with my partner. And I didn't think anything about it. But I would ask for a woman to be brought into the bedroom fairly quickly into the relationship. And interesting enough, I never dated a man who was okay with it. And I didn't understand that, because I would think most men would be like excited about their partner wanting to bring a woman into the bedroom. But what I realized is I was too excited about it for them. And that's what threw them off. They're like, whoa. One, you're asking really, really early in the relationship. Two, you're really excited about this. Why are you excited about this? And it would make them uncomfortable. And I didn't understand it. And so I didn't feel like I had permission to explore on my own. And I know that's crazy, because you look around and there's same-sex relationships and marriages all over the place. But for some reason, I didn't feel like I had permission without being in partnership with a man to be able to explore these things. The very first time I experienced an O was while I was fantasizing about being with a woman, yearning to be with a woman, thinking about that woman touching me and really being present with her. I had never experienced an O with a man over the course of my life. It wasn't until I allowed myself to be with a woman, to think about a woman, to be present with a woman, to imagine, to fantasize, like really allow myself, give myself permission to fully experience that. And at that time, in that phase of my life, is when I started to experience O's, like a lot of them. So, you know, really nice O's and fun O's and long O's. What all this awareness has taught me is to never allow myself to suppress my sexuality in any kind of way or form, and how suppressing my sexuality suppresses other parts of our lives. And not fully walking in your truth in any area of your life is going to hold back all areas of your life. And I really felt sad, and I felt horrible, and I went through a form of depression around the fact that I had allowed myself to be so suppressed and oppressed around my sexuality out of whatever reason. And I decided this next season of my life, this right now in this moment, that I am not going to do that, and I'm going to allow myself to experience the way that my body and my spirit and my soul wants to experience. And a friend of mine said something so powerful. He said, the desires that we have are really God wanting to experience these things through us, and the reason why they should be explored. Thank you, Superstar, for your support. We're going to keep this series going. Buckle up.